Good morrow, fair gentle folk. 'Tis I, thine double O face. If you guys didn't see my last commentary, this might seem like a weird intro, but I need to think of one that will last me for eternity. And what's better than good morrow? If it works, if it's good enough for William Shakespeare, it's good enough for me. But anyway, enough about that. Today is a very special commentary. Why? Because, well, it's Counter-Strike. Second Counter-Strike gameplay I have ever put up on my channel. There's more to come. That's other than Arms Race. Arms Race only has 2 maps, so now you've seen both maps for them on my channel. And I know it can get a little boring, so there'll be more other stuff coming down the line. And another thing that makes this very, very, very special is you guys can't hear him. Even if he said anything, you couldn't hear him. But the Penguinator man is sitting in on my commentary. You know how, like, you're in college and you want to learn something, so you sit into a class that you're not actually, going to? That's kind of what he's doing. He's learning kind of what I do when I do a commentary. And I think he's learning a lot. But enough about that. Let's get into the meat, the bulk, the pulp of my commentary. I don't know if pulp really fits in that genre of stuff. But what I want to talk about is throwing money at things. Does that equal goodness? And the way that this came up is I was watching YouTube videos, like I do. If you're a YouTube commentator, you know that you spend so much time on YouTube that you watch every single video. But I was watching these guys in Corridor Digital, and if you guys have not seen any of their videos, I would check out some of my favorites. Dubstep Guns, The Art of the Insta-Kill. The newest one was called Bark Ops, which was pretty funny. But then I found one, I stumbled across it, I tripped, I was like, oh, what's this? It was called Tether. And it was filmed really well. The acting was pretty good. The choice of scenery was amazing. And the story was just so awesome. It was just enough to keep you super interested, but really didn't tell you anything about it. And it made me think, wow, this one little clip, this 10, 12 minute, 15 minute clip is better than some movies that I've watched, hour-long movies that Hollywood has spent billions on. You see Michael Bay spending $8 quadrillion, bobillion dollars on Transformers, and basically the only cool thing about it is you get to see a bunch of robots fighting with each other. And then you got James Cameron spending quadrillions, a billion dollars just to retell Pocahontas with a bunch of blue people on a different planet. And I'm like, wow, throwing money at things really never seems to work out, because all the best things in the world are cheap. Taco Bell is one of them. And if you go onto Steam, man, go onto Steam and you see some of the stuff that Valve has come out with, and it is relatively cheap. Counter-Strike is $15. But now let's look at independent things. Now, through independent movies, one of my favorite ones is Clerks by Kevin Smith. And he also did another one just recently. It's going to be one of his last movies called Red State. Red State had some pretty shocking things in it. Things that a lot of people don't think about. And it's scary because a lot of stuff he was talking about could really happen. So, yeah, that's just... He has, like, such a little budget. It's so tiny compared to these Hollywood movies. And he makes movies a million times better. But other than that, let's look at some of the top-rated games going on right now are independent. Now, I know Penguin is going to be giggling to himself as soon as I say this, but the fact of the matter is, Minecraft is an independent game. Minecraft is an independent game. It is extremely simple, it's relatively cheap, and the idea behind the game is just so basic. Break something down, build something again. Break something down, build, break, build, break, build. And Terraria is the exact same way, and Terraria is also an independent game. And then you have Bastion, and Bastion is so amazing. The story just blows you away. The story is simply short. The world's being destroyed, and you have to fix it, and all the stuff. Oh, twists and turns, and you fight, but the music. You take the music, you take the voice acting, and you put it all together, and you just created a better game than anything else. Now, I just played Halo Reach. Great graphics, great story, but it was too short. Now, at least with Bastion, you have New Game Plus, which I think is a very amazing thing. And then you just have such an opportunity to change things. You have different weapons that you can level up and use different skills, and you find new weapons, blah 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 blah. You can make the game harder, you can make it less hard, which Halo does kind of do that with the different difficulties and putting skulls on the things, but it just isn't the same. And then you look at one of the most popular independent games, and I loved playing it, and so did everyone else who played it, Limbo. Now, look at Limbo. It's a side-scrolling platformer. It's a black and white game with a little bit of yellow and some shininess, but for the most part, it's as simple as you can get with a game. You walk in basically one direction, you jump onto stuff, and you get to the end. You know, start to finish kind of game. And another game that wasn't independent but comes up like that was Mario, and it was extremely popular. And I think we are steering away from some of the really popular things in this world and trying to just overcomplicate everything. You guys let me know what you think about that. Do you think throwing money will make better games, or they should stay simple? You know, go back to the olden days, NES days. Let me know in the comments, but it's Double FA signing out saying good night and good fight.